Welcome back to another NBA 2K16 Rebuilding Challenge video. In today's Rebuilding Challenge, I am doing the Players Under 75 Challenge. So basically, what this challenge is, if you guys haven't seen the video that I posted 2 videos ago on Sunday, make sure to go check that out. I'll try to put a link to it in the description, but I'll most likely forget because my memory is absolutely awful. In that video, I basically simulated a whole entire year and the rosters were players under 75. So there was no Steph, Draymond, Clay, LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love, LeBron. I said LeBron twice, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, PG, DeMar DeRozan. Like, the stars of the NBA, they were not in the NBA. So these are the settings that I will use for today's Rebuilding Challenge. And we are already up to, I want to say 17. So that's like absolutely insane. We will do 10 minutes. I don't think I want to change anything with the trades. And then gameplay difficulty on Hall of Fame, not contract, negotiation difficulty, but CPU re-signing aggressiveness, chemistry effects, putting this all the way down to 0. Trade frequency, I like seeing trades in my league. Career-ending injury frequency, I think that this is a cool slider that they added. And then this is what you want to do. Player progression rate, you turn that all the way down. Player regression rate, turn that up to 100. In-season trading effects, put that down to 0. And then I just like putting player non-financial ambitions factor to 90. And in today's Rebuilding Challenge, we will be using the Miami Heat, first of all. But a lot of you guys on Sunday, you guys were like, hey, make this roster available for download. So what you do is you press triangle, or I think Y. Actually, you can't do this on Xbox One because it's on PS4. So press triangle on PS4, enter online ID, and then just type in my PSN. It is CSB_YT. That's where you can find my Twitter, Snapchat, Twitch, and all those other fun stuff. And here you go. No players above 75. Let's get this to 150 downloads in 24 hours. I think that it can happen. So let's get right on into today's Rebuilding Challenge. If you guys are new to these, I have 3 years to win a championship. And if I don't win a championship in those 3 years, then it is considered a bust. The reason why I did choose the Miami Heat is because this team is absolutely garbage. They are led by Gerald Green, who is a 73 overall, and then the rest is just straight garbage. We have 5 filler players on the team, and if you are wondering where some of these players are that are on your favorite teams, they are on historic teams and foreign teams, so they are not in the free agency pool. So basically, what I have to do for this challenge to be considered a success is I have to win a championship with every single player at the end of the year being under a 75 overall. Now, yes, like as you can see, Brandon Wright is a 75 overall. Same with Austin Rivers. I don't really know why that is. Same with Doug McDermott. There will be players like that, but I just won't sign them or trade for them or anything like that. Here is our starting lineup at the start of Season 1. We got Lindsey Hunter, yes. Lindsey Hunter, Gerald Green, Chuck Person, Josh McRoberts, and Earl Campbell off the bench. We got Trent Hassel, Mark Madsen, and his awful dancing, Udonis Haslem, Darvin Ham, and John Jones. Okay, all right. And then there are the 5 filler players that are not getting any minutes. Let's just see what happens in year 1. I'm not trading for any picks. Actually, I might want to. Real quick, what about the Wizards? Actually, the Wizards have this Omer Yurtseven guy, and he usually leads them in scoring. So we're just going to see real quick if we can get the Wizards' first-round pick. I definitely would like that, considering I like having first-round picks. And with the draft, I can draft really whoever I want, and I'm not taking this trade. I'm not trading Gerald Green. Just not going to happen. He will be our leader on this team. We are going to go ahead and simulate to the end of... Actually, you know what? Let's just do the trade deadline because you never know what's going to happen. Basically, like I said, in the drafts, as I was saying, in the draft, I can draft whoever I want. Actually, I'm not really too sure. I will decide in this break between now and the end of the season whether or not I can draft, players that are above a 75 overall or not. At the end of season number 1, Jamel McLean wins the MVP award, averaging 22 points, 10.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, half a steal, 1 block, shot 62% from the field, and about 79% from the free throw line. Cameron Payne does end up winning the Rookie of the Year. Josh Smith wins 6-man. Roy Hibbert, aka Trash Hibbert, wins the Defensive Player of the Year. Spencer Hawes wins Most Improved Player, and Earl Watson wins the Coach of the Year as the Suns go 55-27, good enough for first in the Western Conference. And then here are your All-NBA teams. I mean, really the only player that I am expecting is not Josh McRoberts. I was going to say Gerald Green, but Josh McRoberts on the year. He did average 11 points, 8 rebounds, 5.5 assists with 1 steal and 1.5 block. But other than that, really there is no one else on our team, and that is exactly the case. So we did finish 30-52, 22 games below 500. Man, it's just, this year was not too great, and I'm glad that I did not get the Wizards pick because they finished 44-38. So I did decide on the whole draft thing. Basically, wherever my pick is, I just can't draft anyone. I just cannot draft anyone. Buddy Hield, Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, Chris Dunn. Nope, can't get anybody. I have to trade my pick as soon as I get it. And, well, as soon as I figure out where it is in the draft. Here are your top 30 scorers in the NBA. And, wow, Nick Young and Seth Curry. And, yeah, here's this Omer Yurtseven guy. I don't even know who he is. Here were our player stats on the year. How did Gerald Green not make a single All-NBA team, scoring 20.5 points per game? Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense there. And look at this. A filler player actually scored almost 9 points per game. Who was going to end up winning the NBA championship? In my video, spoiler alert, it was the Memphis Grizzlies, and they do get knocked down in round 1 by the Phoenix Suns. And it is Suns and Celtics, and the Phoenix Suns win their first championship in franchise history, winning in 5 games against the Boston Celtics. And your finals MVP is the season MVP himself, Jamel McLean, in 5 games and in 28.5 minutes, averaged 21 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, no steals, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, and shot about 63.5% from the field. And of course, we didn't even have our pick. The Philadelphia 76ers have our pick in the first round. We ended up getting the 3rd pick, and we can't even select in the first round. But I mean, hey, I wasn't even planning on it, but we can't get a good player, and by good, I mean a player that's like a 74 overall. So taking a look at the team, let's just trade Eldon Campbell and Chuck Person here. We could get Steve Franchise and Mike Dunleavy. Ite Segev and Andreas Seaforth, no thanks. Oh my god, I forgot that I put a lot of foreign players. Ooh, Costa Kufos, that is not bad. He is a 72 overall, but that contract is not really something that I'm too fond of. You know what? Let's go ahead and get Tony Allen. This is the younger Tony Allen to when he wasn't necessarily as good as he is now, if you're going to call him good now, since he is getting up there in years. But let's go ahead and accept this trade for Tony Allen and Channing Frye. Actually, let me just trade you a 2nd round pick. What about that? Okay, well, you know what? We get this year's 2nd round pick from them, technically from the Clippers. And now, I mean, this team is still looking pretty bad. And Channing Frye, I don't really like you. Your contract, no thanks. We could get Nemanja Bjelica. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know. Someone was trying to tell me how you say his name in the comments a while back. We could get the 1st round pick from the Magic right there, but honestly, I'm going to go with Nemanja and Danielle Magro. Let's go ahead and accept that trade. So now let's go ahead and simulate 2 free agency where hopefully we can sign some players that will definitely help us win the NBA championship in year number 2. Here we are at the end of the first day of free agency, and look at all of these players that want to come to Miami. We got, I believe, 8 players here and no players that are pending. So every player that I wanted to get, it looks like I will be getting. Ty Lawson and Aaron Brooks, we need 2 point guards. Isaiah Cannon, I believe we need a backup shooting guard. That is good. Kent Blazemore, 420, blaze it. I will definitely edit his name as soon as I can to make that Kent Blazemore. We need some better power forwards, so I did get Boozer and Bargnani. And we do need some better centers, so we are signing Andre Blatch and Biz Mac Biyombo. Welcome to the team, all of you guys. And the problem with this roster is, like, the first day of free agency, there was so many power forwards and centers. And really, I have no idea what else I need, to be honest. Like, point guard, we are fine. Shooting guard, we are definitely fine. Small forward, I mean, I guess I can get a better small forward because that ham guy is not really going to go ham for us during the year. Oh, man, I'm so awful at making jokes. All right, Darrell Wright. Let's get you, man. 3.5 for 1 year. We are the top team right there. And you're, oh, please, can you please come? Hey, thank you, Darrell Wright. Okay, so now we have 15 players, which is the max for players that I can get. So let's go ahead and simulate to next season where hopefully we can bring a championship to Miami in season number 2. Look at this trade that the Phoenix Suns are offering me. Yes, I am giving up 2 of my power forwards considering that I did just sign Barg and Carlos Boozer in the offseason, but the Suns are giving up the reigning MVP. They are giving up the reigning MVP, All-Star, and first-time All-NBA player, Jamel McLean. Did it say he had 51 badges? Okay, I don't know where I saw 51 at, but I thought that it said he had 51 badges. Like last year, he averaged a double-double on the year. I will happily accept this trade. Now, this does mean that I do have to get rid of a center. I don't know which center necessarily that I will get rid of. Probably, let's go with Andre Blatch and Daniel Magro. I don't even know why I traded for him in the first place. Let's see what I can get for you two players. Hopefully I can get something good. You guys are both 30, as if that really matters. We could get Pau, Rebos. Actually, that's not a bad trade whatsoever. KJ McDaniels and Tim Quarterman. James Ennis, we could bring him to the Miami Heat right back. Solomon Hill, that is actually very tempting. Nick Young, no thanks, really. Tim Hardaway Jr., Jermichael Green, Danny Granger. I am going to go ahead and accept this trade from the Pacers for Solomon Hill. We will get some more depth from that 3 position. So honestly, like, I think I'm fine making trades for this year. Like, we have 3 small forwards. We have 2 good power forwards. We have the reigning MVP as our backup center. I am definitely happy with this roster. So here is the starting rotation at the start of season number 2. We got Ty Lawson, Gerald Green, Solomon Hill, Andre Bargnani, Bismack Biyombo. Then off the bench, we do have Carlos Boozer, Darrell Wright, Isaiah Cannon, Kent Blazemore, 420 Blaze it. And then the players that are not getting any minutes, we got Tony Allinger, Mel McLean, Aaron Brooks, Darvin Ham, who won't go ham for us at all this year. Already made that joke, but had to make it again because the opportunity was right there. Let's go ahead and simulate to the trade deadline, and hopefully, like I keep on saying, we can actually win the championship this year, which would make this challenge a success. And at the end of season number 2, the rookie Jaylen Brown, he stays in California, gets drafted by the Golden State Warriors, and he ends up winning the MVP award, averaging 21 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block on the year. What? Well, okay. So you're going to sit here and tell me that a rookie wins MVP, but then doesn't win Rookie of the Year? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Jamal Murray wins the Rookie of the Year, averages 21.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, barely any blocks considering he is a point guard. Not even, you know what? Let's just try. Andrea Cinciarini, yes. Cinciarini, rinse and repeat, kind of, same thing. I don't know, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.5 steal, and half a block. Jakob Poeltl or Pertl, hell, I don't know, man. You guys are telling me every time I say his name that it's something different. He wins the Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 14 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist, half a steal, and 2.5 blocks. Boobie Gibson wins the Most Improved Player, averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Actually, that's like 1.5 steal and half a block. And Frank Vogel, Frankie V, wins the Coach of the Year as the Pacers do go 49-33. Good enough for 3rd in the conference. Here's your All-NBA first team. There is Ben Simmons, but he is hurt 1 to 2 weeks with a sprained left knee. Show me some Miami Heat players. There's Buddy Hield, Jared Bayless, Thon Maker. Okay. There is Ty Lawson making the All-NBA 3rd team. His numbers on the year, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 8.5 assists, 1.5 steal, and barely any blocks. And also shot 40% from the field. Who else is here? There is Bismack Biyombo making the All-Defensive 2nd team. His numbers on the year, 8 points, 13 rebounds per game, 1 assist, half a steal, and 2 blocks. Didn't take any threes, which is surprising considering he has a 25 standing shot 3, which basically means he is just like Steph Curry. And then here is your All-Rookie 1st team and All-Rookie 2nd team. Taking a look at the standings at the end of the year, we did finish with the 7th best record in the Eastern Conference, only 1 game ahead of the 8th seeded Brooklyn Nets, and we did tie with the Bucks for 6th. So if we won that tiebreaker, we would be 6th right now. But we only finished 2 games behind the Wizards for 5th and 3 behind the Celtics for 4th. Here is the Western Conference. The Timberwolves, man, they got Buddy Hield, Damo, Thomas Robinson, Cole Aldridge. He's a beast. Tyrone Wallace, I don't really understand how this team is doing good. Also, side note, if the Timberwolves get Buddy Hield in the draft, they are most likely making the playoffs. Like, I'm just saying, man, like, if you have Levine, Buddy Hield, Wiggins, and then whoever your power forward is, and then Karl Anthony Towns, like, GG, bro. And they're also on a 12-game winning streak. And are there any other big winning streaks happening? We are on a 5-game losing streak. The Cavs have lost 13 straight games, and that is basically it. Here are the player stats on the year. Ty Lawson did lead our team in scoring. Kent Bazemore, 420 blaze it, man. 11.5 points. And wow, I think we had like, 6 or 7 guys score in double figures for us. That is 6. It was almost 7. Isaiah Cannon just needed to average 0.2 points more for that to happen. And then the league leaders, there is Jamal Murray. And where is one of our players? Where is Ty Lawson? There he is. He is the 20th highest scorer in the NBA. And then there is your top 30. In the first round of the playoffs, we are taking on the Orlando Magic. I will basically just simulate one game as we do win by 21 points. They have Ersan Ilyasova, Dejounte Murray, DeJounte. I'm just gonna go with Dejounte. They got Henry Sims, Shabazz Napier, Jason Smith. You know what? We can definitely win this series. I have full confidence in our guys. We're up 2-0, 2-1. Okay, can we win? No, we can't. They tied at 2 games apiece. We do win game 6 or 4, 5, 9. I don't know. 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9. Okay, so we are taking on the Indiana Pacers here in the second round. Here's who they have on their team. They are obviously led by Thonmaker, the 7-foot beast, man. He is absolutely insane. I mean, honestly, I don't even think he's, like, ready for the draft. But, I mean, hey, he wants to do whatever he wants. And, yeah, this team is actually looking pretty garbage. They only have one player. Actually, they have no player that is above a 70 overall. So this should be pretty easy, honestly. And, of course, as soon as I say that, they win game 1. Of course. No, don't go up 3. Oh, my God. They just went up 3 games. Oh, man, you know what? Was anybody hurt? No, no one was hurt for that series. We just got swept in convincing fashion, really. And it is Warriors and Celtics, and the Golden State Warriors end up winning the NBA championship in 6 games against the Boston Celtics. The Celtics have made the championship 2 years in a row, just haven't seemed to get over the hump and win it. And your finals MVP is no other than the regular season MVP, Jaylen Brown. In 6 games, averaged 21 points, 12.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, half a steal, 1.5 block, and 3 turnovers. And also, the past 2 years, the regular season MVP, like, their team has ended up winning the finals, and then the player that won the regular season MVP ends up winning the finals MVP. So that's pretty weird. After day 1 of free agency, we do have 7 players that want to come to Miami, and we have, I think, 3 that are coming back to Miami, those being Ty Lawson, Solomon Hill, and Kent Bazemore. So here we go. Ty Lawson, yes. Solomon Hill, yes. Isaiah Cannon, I'm going to move him to the point guard position, and hopefully that will make his overall just a little bit higher. Brian Scalabrine, he's the GOAT, so, obviously I need to sign him on this team. I mean, just take a look at this three-pointer. 86-80 shot 3. This will definitely help us win the NBA championship. Kent Bazemore, obviously. Todor Duganix. All right, I have no idea who this guy is, but I figured might as well just take a gamble on him, and I can always end up trading him at the trade deadline. And then Kennedy Meeks, because I do need, some centers, and honestly, I'm signing some of these guys just for trade pieces, to be honest, because, just take a look at the players here. Like, there's a lot of guards, barely any centers. Like, Varejau's here, and he's a 67 overall. Probably won't take a chance on him. Malik Newman, I could. And you know what? Yes, I will take a chance on Malik Newman because a lot of you guys are telling me to get Malik Newman a lot more in these videos. And we are the #1 team right ahead of the New York Knicks. And there we go. Malik Newman, welcome to the Miami Heat. That does fill up our roster completely. So now let's simulate to the end of the offseason where hopefully in year 3, which is our final season, we can finally get over the hump and actually end up winning the NBA championship. So I did just go ahead and make this trade, but my voice decided to crap on me halfway through me talking about the trade. So basically, Barg and Malik Newman for Terrence Jones and Robert Lowry. I basically said hopefully that we can get better with this. And, since Terrence Jones is younger, hopefully he can progress a whole lot better. But as I say that, the player progression rate is at 0 and regression is at 100. So really, we're not getting a whole lot out of these guys. Dude, this challenge is really, really hard. I definitely do not recommend it. If you guys end up doing this challenge, make sure to send me it on Twitter, and I will definitely drop by and, say hey in the comments section. So the starting five at the start of season number 3, we got Ty Lawson, Isaiah Cannon, Todor Duganix, Terrence Jones, Bismack Biyombo, Solomon Hill, Kent Blazemore, Kennedy Meeks, and Gerald Green off the bench. And in the power rankings, if you are curious, we are sitting at 11th. So this is our final season to win a championship. I will simulate to the trade deadline because we do have some draft picks that might actually end up being worth something at the trade deadline. And at the end of season number 3, Harry Giles does win the MVP award, the second straight year that a rookie ends up winning the MVP award. He averaged 22.5 points, 16 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 2.5 blocks. Also shot 55% from the field. And he also wins the Rookie of the Year. Chris Dunn wins 6th Man of the Year, averaging 9.5 points, 6 rebounds, 7.5 assists, 1.5 steal, and half a block. Josh Jackson wins Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 14 rebounds and 1.5 block. I don't really understand how that's better than 16 rebounds and 2.5 blocks. But hey, that's none of my business. I'll just sit back and I'll sip my tea. Thomas Robinson wins the Most Improved Player, averaging 12.5 rebounds and 2 blocks. And Corey Gaines wins the Coach of the Year as the Suns go 57-25. Once again, in this video, getting the number 1 seed in the West. Lonzo Ball makes the All-NBA first team. I've never heard of this dude in my life. He got drafted 9th by the Pistons. And where are the Heat players? Show me the Heat players, and they're nowhere to be found except for Bismack Biyombo. He does make the All-Defensive First Team. His numbers on the year: 8 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist, half a steal, and 2 blocks. I believe this is his second straight year making the All-Defensive Second Team and actually First Team. Last year he made the second team all defense or all defensive second team, and then this year is all defensive first team. I'm pretty sure you can say it either way, and it's like not wrong whatsoever. How does Harry Giles make the all defensive second team, bro? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then the all rookie first team and all rookie second team. As you see, man, we finished 59-23, and we finished the year on a 7-game winning streak. Here is the rotation if you are curious. Scalabrini's getting no minutes. I'm crying right now. We did finish 1 game behind the Charlotte Hornets, led by the MVP, Harry Giles, for first in the Eastern Conference. And then here are the Western Conference standings. Basically, it is the Suns, the Timberwolves, and no one else. And in the East, it is the Hornets, the Heat, and nobody else. Here are the player stats on the year. Kent Blazemore was our leading scorer on the year, averaging 15 points, and he also averaged 5 rebounds with 2.5 assists. Terrence Jones averaged 14 points. Let's go over to the Rockets and see what Barg did. He averaged 13 points with 6 rebounds and 1 block, so that is better. Actually, Terrence Jones was better than Andrea Bargnani. Ty Lawson averaged 14 points. Jamel McLean, the MVP in Season 1, he does averaged 12 points with 6 rebounds. Wow, we had a lot of guys score in double figures this year. I am definitely ready to go ahead and win ourselves this NBA championship, and we are taking on the Washington Wizards here in round number 1. Here's who they have on the roster: Shake Milton, Denzel Valentine. Really no great players. So let's just see if we can come out of the series with a win. I will simulate by the round because I expect a sweep, and that is exactly what ends up happening. Next, we are taking on the Milwaukee Bucks, and they are led by Nigel Hayes and Jared Bayless, Miles Plumlee, Chris Dunn, Pascal, Siakam, Kim, I don't know, Adam Keefe, Sonny Weems. All right, we can definitely come out of the series with a win. I am expecting another sweep here in the playoffs, and oh my God, really? Really, bro? Are you kidding me? Oh, Ty Lawson's hurt. Yo, Ty Lawson's out for the year, and Biyombo's out 1 to 2 weeks. That is so unfair. That is so unbelievably unfair. Well, that just basically means that we are not winning the NBA championship, but you never know what can happen here in these next 3 games, and it is looking like we will win this game, and we do. We end up winning by 32 points. Terrence Jones led the way with 24 points. Let's go on to game number 6 in Milwaukee. Let's win 3 straight games, including last game, to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's looking, oh my God. Okay, 3 points. 3 points, 6 points. All right, okay, we are good. We end up winning by 11 points. Terrence Jones, once again, man, leading our team, this time with 29 points. Game 7, do or die. We are here in Miami, and I am ready to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's see if we can do so. We storm out to a lead, and we are not looking back, and we do end up winning Game 7 by 27 points. And Terrence Jones, once again, man, our leading scorer, 29 points with 8 rebounds, shot 7 of 10 from the field, and 12 of 16 from the field. And we are taking on the Toronto Raptors. Here's who they have on their team. They got Ed Rice, Adebayo, Markelle Fultz, James Ennis, James Johnson, Patrick Patterson, Ulis, Luwawu, Hazonia, Darko Milicic. I think I put him on there. Actually, I put him on the Warriors for the first season. So maybe Milicic can win a championship being a bench player just like he was in his rookie season. Game 1 goes to us. We win by 23 points. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. And we are on to the NBA Finals. And we are taking on the NBA champions from season number 1 and Jamel McLean's former team, the Phoenix Suns. They are led by Jonathan Jean, OG Anunoby, Josh McRoberts, Alexi Shved, Cincinnati, I don't know, Langston Galloway, Nemanja Bjelica, I don't know, Domantas Sabonis. Yeah, we can definitely win this series, but you never know. They were the top seed in the Western Conference. We do end up winning game number 1. We win game number 2. They win game 3, and we're up 3-1. Let's hop right into the Simcast. We are at home for game number 5, which is very great because if we win this game, we are obviously winning the NBA championship on our home floor. But, we just totally stormed back. Wow, what a fourth quarter from us. And the Miami Heat are going to win the NBA championship here in year number 3. This challenge is a success, man. We outscored them by 22 points in the fourth quarter. Kent Bazemore with 15 points, 7 to 12 from the field. Where's Terrence Jones? He only had 9 points. But, hey, it does not matter, man. And Bjelica, or however you say his name, 17 points. And Jamel McLean, facing his former team, gets 13 points in this game. Let's hop right into the game so we can view the championship celebration, as we did win the NBA championship in our 3rd season.
No luck. Oh, and it's over. The Miami Heat are the new NBA champions.
Well, they did it. And as they celebrate, you can just see the relief, the exhilaration that comes with winning it all.
And Clark, you have to hand it to the entire organization. They work together to get right here.
And guys, what a reward for the fan base. I mean, I know one thing. They're going to enjoy this memory for a long, long time.
And we have enjoyed our time with you folks all season long. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. Have a wonderful summer.
So there you have it, man. We do end up winning the NBA championship in our 3rd season, as that's, I think, like the 62nd time that I've said that in the past 3 minutes. We do win in 5 games against the Phoenix Suns, and the Finals MVP, as you guys saw, was Robert Lowry. I'm not sure if you knew his name. I didn't even know his name. In 5 games and in 30 minutes, actually, excuse me, he averaged 14.5 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, half a steal, half a block, with 3.5 turnovers, shot basically 46% from the field and 25% from 3. Here are all of the retired players: Caron Butler, Kevin Martin, Chuck Person, Danny Granger, Emeka Okafor, one of the biggest busts in NBA history, and all of the filler play. Did I just see Tyus Jones? Tyus Jones retires at the age of 22. Wow. So many retired players. James Nanali. So many retired players. And here's the championship roster led by Bismack Biyombo, Todor Dugonix, Terrence Jones, Kent Bazemore, 420 Blaze It, Isaiah Cannon, Kennedy Meeks, Solomon Hill, Tony Allen, Jamel McLean, Darrell Wright, Carlos Boozer, Robert Lowry, the Finals MVP, Gerald Green, Brian Scalabrine, the GOATs, and then Ty Lawson, who was hurt with a dislocated right patella. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you guys did enjoy. Let me know down in the comment section which rebuilding challenge you guys would like to see next, and if it gets a lot of thumbs up, I might end up doing it. Who knows? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.